Are in the village of Mitra's Fist, having just had a nice, restful evening at the inn, the Overlord Inn.
Okay.
You had awoken to find that Duodecius had apparently wandered off in the night, leaving most of his, extra stuff behind.
I came, I saw, I conquered.
Yeah. Twidget had then disguised himself as Duodecius, and as he was walking around the town, he was getting odd looks, like people were surprised to see Duodecius there. Meanwhile, Duodecius woke up in a chained to an altar, or sorry, not chained to an altar, um, basically just sitting on an altar with a bunch of worshippers doing evil cult chant like things with a guy approaching with a ritualistic dagger.
The fools. They thought they could do a virgin sacrifice. Little did they know, I solved that problem mere hours earlier.
Yes, Duodecius is now a man. Anyway, a small scuffle ensued, and Gilbert rendered most of their forces to ash and killed the head cultist. And so now, Gilbert, you stand in this stone chamber area held up with pillars, a large statue to the east, an opening to the west that leads to a small antechamber, with a hallway leading to the south and a pair of double doors to the north, and a closed single door to the south as well. So, what would you like to do?
Can someone at Sleuth? I can't seem to find him on the members thing.
That's why I type burger. I think his character's a Flista, so that might work. Because I think he changes his server name. Or his actual name.
Oh, there it is. Scuff.
It's Scuff this time.
All right.
So that's the statue that's in this room with you.
All right. Is there a light?
No.
I mean, like for the burning braziers.
Oh, sorry. Yes, in this room, yes, there is a light. The room is dimly lit with flickering, burning braziers. However, outside of the room, like that antechamber to the west, is dark.
All right. Step 1. Acquire light source. I would like to acquire some of this flame.
Okay.
Is there some debris around here I can fashion a torch out of?
You don't see any.
That motherfucker got bones.
Well, remember they turned to ash when you killed them.
Oh, right, even the cultist.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Are you wearing clothes?
Yeah, I got clothes.
Clothes is flammable.
I know. I don't think I have a stick currently. Hold on, let me see my inventory.
Here we are. The actual description of the room. So, the Great Hall appears to be a temple. The floor and ceilings are black marble inlaid with gold. The walls bear mosaics depicting human sacrifice and other disgusting unnatural acts. Beyond 3 pairs of black marble columns sits a blood-stained stone altar. Behind the altar is a massive statue of a jackal-headed male human. Flanking the statue is a pair of dull metal braziers.
Let's see. But I don't currently have all my shit, right?
You have whatever you would have been sleeping in.
Okay. Spellbook, robe, ring of telekinesis, wizard knife.
Yeah, that seems reasonable to sleep with.
Ring of telekinesis, one of the braziers?
I like that. Yes, ring of telekinesis, the brazier.
Okay, is there a weight limit on the telekinesis?
1,000 pounds.
Okay, yeah, you easily heft up the brazier.
Oh, you have a
Wait.
portable light source.
Oh, even cooler. Ring of Telekinesis doesn't have a limit. I can just keep doing it.
Nice.
I take the brazier with me,
Okay.
and I investigate the chamber.
All right, well, make an investigation check as you begin looking about the chamber. All right. So, probably the first thing you notice as you're moving the brazier is that the statue's eyes seem to glint and glow. And upon further looking, they appear to be large yellow topazes that you would estimate are worth about 1,000 gold apiece. You can also see that the statue is inlaid with many jade scales that are each embedded with alexandrite and would be worth about 100 gold each for each scale.
Yeah, we'll do this later. Anything else?
Well, as you look at the mosaics, you can see that they are indeed very disgusting, though somewhat well made. And I need you then to make a Constitution saving throw.
Like, is this against charm?
No.
Is this against sleep?
No.
Is it a magical effect?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. It's really disgusting, but other than that, it's fine.
Disgusting and perverse.
Very.
Purge this place shortly.
Sure you will. But other than that, you find nothing of interest in the large temple. The altar appears to just be a solid block of stone.
Well, going for a stroll. Taking the brazier with me.
Okay.
Where does the air not smell foul?
Well, there's only one way out of this room. That's to the antechamber to the west. And as you pull the brazier in there, you can see that the walls, floors, and ceiling of this antechamber are polished black marble. A corridor leads out to the southwest corner, and a single door is centered on the southern wall. There is an open archway that contains a pair of double doors to the north.
You know what? This sounds like a great place to have a short rest. I got kind of beat up.
Okay. Well, as you start to sit there, what are the rest of you guys doing in town?
Don't everybody try to find me at once. Eric, are you here? Eric and Mister, are you two here?
Yes.
Well, I was asking
What
while
are
he's
you
taking a
doing?
short rest.
I'm here. I was just fucking muted.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing in town? You're in the village of Mitra's Fist. Duodecius is missing.
I am
Yes.
looking for Duodecius.
Okay.
I am asking everyone, have they seen a twitchy little mage? I need to find them. Calamitous things happen when he is left alone. I need to find him. Or
You're just asking whoever you run into?
Him.
him. Yes, I am asking everyone I run into. I'm giving
Okay.
a vivid descriptions of Duodecius.
Wait, Mister, let me get this straight. You're trying to find me by telling everyone, if you don't help me find this mage, the end of the world will befall your town?
Yes. Did you or did you not sink an island?
Well, the first person you run into as you kind of step out of the bar and start looking for people, is a rather nice looking woman dressed in you know, a like a high class, noble's, clothing. You recognize her as Melissa from last night, the woman that was talking to Duodecius a lot.
Ah, yes. I will speak with her.
Indeed.
I will ask her, where is the mage? Where's...
And she's he was not in his room. So we had some fun last night, but before the morning he returned to his chambers.
He seems to be missing. Do you know anything?
I was in my chambers for the remainder of the night after that. It was somewhat strenuous, the activities, and I decided I wished to rest.
Well, shit. I guess I'll continue looking for people. She doesn't know where they are. I'll keep looking for people.
Okay. So yeah, as you're walking about, the opposite the road from the inn is a large 2-story manor with a little wall around it. And as you're just finishing up with Melissa, you see that the gates of it are opening, and the merchant that you had talked to last time, that kind of full of himself merchant of Rachis, is stepping out with his 2 large bodyguards and seem to be heading to the north.
Beta's going to move to intercept.
Okay, yeah, you can easily get to him. He's not moving with any particular haste.
Pardon me, good sir. Have you seen my associate, the mage?
I haven't seen him this morning. He turns to his bodyguards. Have either of you? And one of them starts chuckling. He's like, he got drunk off his ass and was wandering about. He kind of gestures towards the shrine at the top of the hill. I figure old Cornelius might be finding a bit of a drunkard in his shrine this morning. But other than that, no, I didn't see him.
Thank you very much. And Beta will head towards the shrine.
Okay.
She's a very trusting soul, so if these people lie, her inside is... I mean, she has a pretty good inside, but she just, she's a very trusting soul.
Has good insight, doesn't use it.
I mean, it's a +4. It's not as good as her persuasion, which is what she normally does.
So, yeah. Set on a hill overlooking the sleepy village is a circular white marble tower. A winding dirt path leads up to the front of the open-ended structure, where a pair of columns flank the domed entrance.
Oh.
Inside, you can see a... Oops, sorry. The inside of it has several pews, and then a large circular chamber that is dominated at the far end by a large statue of what is presumably Mitra. You see the old man that you met yesterday, old Cornelius, sweeping the floors.
I move up to him and ask him if has he seen Duodecius?
Duo's a what's now? I'm sorry, I don't know of anyone.
With me, the mage that was with me earlier, the one in the robes, and I described Duodecius.
I haven't seen anybody by that description ever. I'm sorry, what'd you say your name was?
I am Sister Beta.
Well, I'm Cornelius, caretaker of the shrine.
You keep it very well clean, I must say.
Thank you. I do what I can.
Under.
Yeah.
Is Cornelius not the person that we already spoke to at the shrine?
He is.
At length?
He is, yes. At length.
All right.
Wait, what?
Yesterday, you had talked in depth with him about Mitra and its history.
Oh, was I there for that?
Yes.
Sister Beta was. I don't know if you were.
Good point, Andrew. That is a very well good point. So does that seem odd that he doesn't remember me?
Yeah, it does seem odd. Perhaps you should
I'm
make an
gonna-
insight check.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, shit.
Yeah, all you're able to get is that he's really old, and it's possible that he might be a bit senile.
I'm gonna try to persuade him one more time to see if it jogs his memories about anything related to.
Okay. And how do you do that? How do you try to, jog his memory?
I start mentioning things he told me about the shrine. Telling him that he told me about these things.
Okay. Well, go ahead and make a persuasion check then.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, you do seem to be quite knowledgeable about Mitra. Are you sure we haven't met before?
Yes, we did. We met yesterday. We had an in-depth conversation of your cleaning and the lore behind Mishra's statue.
Really?
Yes. In fact, my friend the mage that I am looking for was here. You spoke with him.
I remember no such mage. I am curious, though, what brings you and your supposed mage to Mitra's Fist?
Oh, Lord, I don't even remember why. Now, see, y'all know I don't pay enough attention to remember why we were there. Out of character, could somebody give me a clue, Gilbert? Give me a clue.
Well, you hear Duodecius's droning voice clawing into your mind. We were there
Beta
investigating a curse and
Beta started the
disappearances.
playback of Duodecius.
Who plays the fucking audio recording?
No, anyway, go ahead. What is it?
We were here we were sent by the church to dispel a curse that was affecting this town. When we got here, people had been disappearing, according to the merchant, who very Scooby-Doo villain-wise was trying to make it seem like the market wasn't about to crash.
Right.
The priest was very concerned about his acolytes always being within earshot. They gave him some medication, and there was always an acolyte trying to eavesdrop on our conversation with him. The guy that you're talking to now.
All right. But now he's by himself?
For the moment.
Okay, so I will say to him, it appears that the curse has gotten you as well. And my friend is one of the ones that has vanished.
Oh dear, your friend is missing.
I believe so, yes.
He looks about. Well, he talks in a bit of a lower tone. We do seem to be alone for the moment, and we're not likely to be that way for much longer. Your friend is likely either dead, or he managed to fight them off and is still alive. Where exactly, I don't know. I do know, however. And he gestures you over towards one of the pews.
Okay.
And Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and he gestures down at the floor. And as he points out some things, you can realize that it's a concealed trap door.
Right.
He looks furtively at you, and he's like, "You're a person of faith, yes?"
Well, yes, of course.
He takes a ring off his finger and proffers it to you. Then take this, and hopefully it will help you find your friend. I'm afraid I have to go run some interference now. You may need to wait till this evening to be able to get in here without prying eyes. And he starts wandering off, humming to himself, looking as if to be dusting the pews.
Okay. Had that
Yes, he did hand you a ring. A gold ring shaped like a lion and set with topaz eyes. It has a Dwemer of magic to it.
I mean, if I knew identify, this would be so much helpful, but I don't think I know it. I don't know identify. So I am going to make the appropriate gesture to the shrine, my feet, and then leave. And
yeah, as you leave, you can see a couple of the acolytes from the village walking up the path towards it.
I am going to, give them the courtesy greeting, and then head back to the inn and gather up the party if I can find Twidget and Eric.
Well,
the party currently composed of Eric and Beta. Twidget's on call.
I'm back.
Oh, if I can
It
find.
was in the middle of all of Under and Mister, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. But yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm going to find the two, and I'm going to give Twidget specific instructions about the breaking into the thing tonight. I know he's going to want to do that.
okay. Well, unless Twidget's wandered off, presumably both him and Eric are still enjoying their breakfast at the inn.
Yeah, Twidget would have gone back up to the rooms after determining that the townsfolk were aware of doing his disappearance, and then came back down as himself, just to muddy the water a little bit and fuck with them.
Does Eric know identify?
No, I'm not a magic user.
Oh, that's right. Damn. So it's only duodecimals. All right. Well, I'm gonna show him the ring and all the stuff, and tell them where the trapdoor is and when we should hit it.
Did you not go down the trapdoor at all?
No, I didn't do it. You wait to do it at night.
Ah.
During the day.
Yeah, the Cornelius told him best to do it.
Okay.
I have a really, really weird idea.
Okay.
How big is how tall is Twidget?
1'9".
A foot 9?
1'9". Yes, he's a 12-year-old gnome. Well, 7-year-old gnome.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was thinking is that when we go back into the church, we could go a little bit before it closes, and since Beta wears a long frock.
I see what you're saying. Eyes in, eyes out. So they'll see everybody come in, they'll see everybody leave, but you'll leave Twidget behind.
Right, and then I can move to where the trapdoor is and do some prayer while he sneaks into the trapdoor, and then I can leave him there and come back that night, and he can open the church, and it'll be a lot simpler for us. Or leave Twidget there somehow in the church.
Try leaving me in the church somewhere.
I mean, I can hide her.
Under. While we were spending all that time talking with Cornelius, Twidget would have probably wandered around. Did he discover any little spots he could hide while he was doing that?
So around the perimeter of the dome is also like a colonnade.
Okay.
And there's a bit of a space between the back of the columns and the outer wall that you could hide in.
And Twidget's pretty confident that he would be able to hide there.
Unless someone, looks behind the pillar, yeah.
Unless somebody's directly searching those areas, he wouldn't be noticed.
Right. One thing you did notice is that Cornelius and the acolytes do tend to clean the place pretty thoroughly, which would include behind the pillars.
But not at night, probably.
No, this is more like during the day. They're, while doing
Yeah.
other things, also cleaning the place. So, they're, even if you were to hide there during the day, there's a chance you would be discovered by them.
Yeah, so we want to hide there. Go there later in the evening, say for Sister Beta to do her evening prayers before they close down.
Right.
And then, I'll just hang on to her legs, and then she can drop me off by one of those columns, and I can hide there until they close up and everybody goes to bed. Then commence phase 2.
You are. Sorry if I wasn't clear. There are no doors. Like at night, there aren't people in it, but it's not like they lock the place up.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well then.
That should be fine then, right? I mean, Twidget could handle most of that by himself, couldn't he?
Yeah, I can also
I left
scout
him
pretty
there.
thoroughly by myself too.
Yeah, so if I left him there during the day, I could come back. He could hide that night, even in the thing, and come pick him up that morning. Or he can have. Because Beta's not stealthy. She is not stealthy. This is going to be impossible for her to sneak into the place. Especially if there's some guards. We could have Twidget take out some guards, and so it's no.
The only guards you've seen in the town are the ones that seem to be protecting Avrakis and his compound.
Yeah,
So-
the acolytes is what we're concerned about. We're pretty sure they're turncoat.
Yeah. Well, we could wait till nightfall and come back. Or we could go right before and leave Twidget and then come back at night with the rest of the party after Twidget tells us how clean it is. What the lay of the land is.
Go in the evening right before, everybody's kind of getting there, so you're seen going in and seen leaving. Leave Twidget behind. He can do primary scouting.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
And then once you guys get there later into the evening,
yeah, that
in
sounds
the
like a
darkest
plan.
hour,
That sounds
then we'll have more information once we start moving around.
yes.
So you guys are just going to wait at the inn then for later in the evening?
Yeah.
All right. Well then, so Duodecius, the hour in your little resting takes place. Nothing happens during it.
Awesome. Roll hit dice. Ah, yes, I see. I know that. Oh, sorry. That's not the chamber I meant. All right.
Correct. Yeah, they were asking about details of how the shrine was laid out, and since you were shown the secret trapdoor, I can just clip the DM map and show you.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I believe there's that passage with the open door that I found the first time. The one I shouldn't have been able to see into, but you accidentally gave me the info as if I had dark vision.
Right, because I thought you did.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going that way.
Okay, so you go to the north, past the open pair of double doors, and enter the 40-foot wide chamber. The hall, other than the fluttering noises coming from the brazier, the fire, is utterly silent. And you can see that it, 1, 2, 3, the light cast by your brazier, I'm going to treat it like a torch, so 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim. Actually, no, it would be brighter than that. So let's do 40 and 40 for it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So you can see about 80 feet into this. The hall looks to continue at least 80 feet, but about 70 feet from you on your right, so this would be the east, is a pair of closed wooden doors.
All right. I shall approach,
Okay.
sneaky-like.
With a burning brazier.
Telekinesis hangs back.
Okay. Well, give me a stealth check as you creep forward towards the edge of the dim light, the darkness oppressively beyond to the north of you.
I've learned a thing or two from Twitch.
Sure. Yeah, you approach the two closed doors, hinges on this side, so it looks like they swing towards you.
All right. I'd like to place my ear to it.
Okay, make a perception check. You hear, it's not rhythmic, but you hear like an occasional scratch, like leather brushing against metal.
How does the air smell here?
It you can tell that it's like near the doors. You kind of sniff. It has a bit of like a humid, musty oddness to it coming from the other side of the door, like through the gaps and stuff.
Okay. So not that way. I extricate myself from this area.
Okay. Meaning you go back to the antechamber?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that's the only door in this big dark room, right?
Well, it's not a room, it's a hallway, and you said you left the brazier burning behind, so like 20 feet to the north of you is darkness.
Right.
Like you don't see the end of the hall.
Okay. My apologies. That was at the end of the hall. I retrieve my brazier and proceed.
Okay, you bring the brazier up to the door, showing that the hall continues another 20 feet before turning to the left, and narrowing at the same time, down to only about 20 feet. Just around the corner, about 10 feet from the corner, is another pair on the north wall of closed wooden doors. The hall also continues. You can tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that it looks like it goes about 70 feet and then there's a corner. So either it opens up or it turns to the north. Unfortunately, you can't tell. You can't see the far wall from your current position.
All right. Carefully approach the door. Give a listen, give a sniff.
All right. Make a perception check as you approach the door. You can see that the hall actually does turn to the north, off to the west.
That's my 12 for my perception.
You can smell urine and dung.
Sorry, I sneezed. Can you repeat?
You can smell urine and dung wafting, through the door to that room. You do not hear anything, though.
I proceed north.
As in you're going through the doors?
No, sorry. I'll continue the corridor to where it turns.
Okay. Yeah, you continue to the corridor. You can see that it goes at least 80 feet to your right to the north, and then, that's the edge of the light.
All right. I'm going to take the brazier with telekinesis. I'm going to move it ahead of me to 30 feet distant.
Okay. Yeah, it highlights some, a little bit more of the chamber. Or not chamber, hallway. You've got about 110 feet of the hall lit up. Still, you see nothing beyond the hallway continuing to the north.
All right, I follow.
Okay.
Slow speed.
Okay, you're going slow.
Yeah, I'm trying to be cautious.
Okay. You go slow. After about 230 feet, you can see that the hallway turns to the right.
Alrighty. Do I notice any difference in the air? Drafts, odor?
Make a survival check. No.
All right. I keep going. Just gonna follow the natural path forward. Just gonna keep going.
Okay. Well, you go to that corner, and you can see 20 feet to the east, a wall of fog blocks and obscures the hallway beyond.
Okay, I'm not ready to play Dark Souls right now. I go back.
Okay.
All the way back to the sacrificial room.
Okay. You go all the way back down the 230-foot hallway, back past the room that smells like dung, into the 40-foot wide hall, south to the antechamber, past the antechamber, into the pillared temple.
Yep. This time I'll take the other passage.
Which one?
I believe it's the east one.
So they're in the antechamber, which is the only way out of the temple. There is a closed single door to the south, in the middle of the southern wall, and in like the southwest corner is a 10-foot wide hall leading south.
We'll start with the door.
Okay.
I give it a sniff and a listen.
All right, make a perception check. All right. You hear, as you're listening there, like a scratching, what you would recognize as quill on parchment, an occasional flutter, a clink of glass. You can smell what smells like smoke and other odd odors that you would most associate with medicine and alchemy.
All right. So what bullshit I've got on my person. Are the hinges on my side?
No.
Ah, I know what I can do. Is there a gap at the bottom of the door?
A small one, yes.
I'll take a peek.
Okay. As you kind of look under there, you can see that there is light. And what appears to be, like wooden stands, like there's furniture inside. Occasionally you see a bit of light change, as if something is walking around.
Is there footfalls?
When you listen, you can just barely make out some footfalls. It's like someone's walking either quietly or they have like very soft-soled boots or shoes on.
And the door opens inward.
Yes.
I'm not going to risk it yet. I go down the other passage rather than the door.
Okay. Brazier still with you?
Yes.
Okay. So you head down the passage. It goes 50 feet before opening up into a 20-foot hall. To the east, after about 15 feet, begins a set of stairs descending down into darkness.
Okay, not there.
To the west, a closed pair of wooden doors, about 30 feet away.
Alright, creep up to the doors, give it a sniff, give it a listen.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check as you approach the doors.
Does going slow help me?
Not really. It means you're less likely to be detected in other things, but specifically you're approaching this door trying to be stealthy. So, yes, you're going slow. You're always going slow when you approach something stealthy.
Fair enough.
I run up to the door stealthily.
Hey, you'd be surprised. I actually do that shit all the time at work. No one ever sees me. Or hears me.
So you get to the door, and you scuff like the boot on like a bit of uneven flagstone. And you hear from the other side of the room, which smells a bit like wet dog sniffing. Like a canid sniffing.
Alright. Like a canid. Alright. In that case, what I shall do, Underdark, is use Minor Illusion.
Okay.
Which I believe lets me do smells. Let me double check.
I believe it can do an odor.
I'm double checking.
It can do an odor.
It can?
Yeah.
Okay. The rankest shit.
Yeah. You hear kind of almost like a coughing sneeze, like a from something right on the other side of the door. And you hear like padding feet moving away.
Alright. I'll creep the door open very quietly, as slowly as possible. A little peek.
Okay. As you make another stealth check as you begin opening the door. The stench of animals fills the semicircular chamber. The west wall is curved and decorated with inset stone columns. Heaps of refuse cover the floor, and a pile of dung fills the northeast corner of the room. Numerous mangy dog-like creatures with black fur on their backs, but tan coloring underneath, wander about, scrounging for food.
Can I identify these creatures?
Make a nature check. These are jackals. Like a desert canid.
Right. Are there any other doors in this room?
You don't see any.
Close the door.
Okay. You gently close the door. Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to sniff the air by the stairs, like where it goes down. Do I feel a draft or anything?
Let me check.
Where I lick my finger and hold it out. You know the trick I'm talking about, right?
Yes, one moment. I have to wait for the map to open. No, you do not feel a draft coming from that.
All right. All right. Bras, you're out in front of me. Creep down the stairs.
Okay. You begin creeping down the stairs. The light eventually extending to the end of it. About 150 feet down. About halfway down, the stairs do narrow and go from 20 feet wide to 10 feet wide. And after a total of 120 feet, just at the edge of your brazier, you can see a small stone archway to the north. There is no door in it.
Is there any elevated topography around here?
You're on the stairs going down, so you are elevated relative to that.
Sorry, I don't mean in the dungeon. I mean the terrain around the town.
The shrine is up on a small hill, overlooking it, along with a what looks to be a tower to the south.
All right. The distance I covered, would that be enough to transition from the top of that hill to the bottom of that hill, since that is the largest piece of geography I have that I can reference?
From the altar to here? Oh, the depth, you mean?
Right.
Yes.
All right. I will creep ahead.
Yeah. What's your passive perception as you creep ahead?
15.
Okay.
Got that bra.
I'm sorry. There is in fact a door there. I misread it.
Oh, there is?
Yes.
Okay. Give it a listen. Give it a sniff.
Okay. Make a perception check. You don't hear anything, nor do you smell anything unusual.
Just the stagnant air you'd expect in a dungeon.
Correct.
All right. Creep the door open.
The door appears to be locked.
Well, I don't have a way past that. Go back up.
Okay. You ascend back to the intersection. narrow 10-foot wide hall to the north, the jackal doors to the west, stairs down to the east.
We'll start with the alchemist room.
Okay.
I'd like to peer underneath its edge.
Okay. Yeah, you look much the same as before. There's light in there. You can see occasional somebody moving around. If you listen real close, you can hear when they move, like the scuff of like soft leather on stone.
Do I see a stool?
You might. You're looking under a door, and it's not that much cleared, so it's hard to make out what you're looking at. You can make an insight check to see if you can try to figure out what you're looking at.
All right.
You don't think it's a stool. It's a little more solid, like a cabinet or like a chest or something.
And how big does this room seem?
From what you can tell, it is at least 10, 20, 30, about at least 40 feet deep. Unknown width.
Okay. Well, so far I'm not getting many productive results, so we'll go with... I'm going to use telekinesis to ever so slightly get that object I'm looking at to, like, shift a little bit. We're talking the kind of shift that you get the on the ground, but that it doesn't seem to have visibly moved much.
Right. Hang on. Okay. Let me look up telekinesis real quick. So you need to make your spellcasting ability check.
Interesting. So it's a creature.
All right. Yeah, you ever so slightly shift it. And you hear like the honk on the ground as it shifts. And you then hear a voice coming from inside. Hey, something moved me. I didn't like that. Something moved me. And you hear that same voice begin chanting what sounds like a spell.
Com check?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Com check?
I can hear Under. I can hear Gilbert.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Gilbert, you can't hear us.
Ah, shit.
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah. So is there anything else you guys are doing in town?
Just waiting the day out, which
All right.
Under might or Gilbert might get out before we get to that point. So
Potentially. He's been in there for a couple of hours now.
yeah.
Hello?
I hear you. Do you hear us?
I hear you. Okay.
Excellent.
There we go. You were saying?
I was saying, so did you hear me about the chest yelling out when you moved it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you cast telekinesis on the chest. It moved slightly. And then it said, oh, hey, something moved me. I didn't like that. Something moved me. And then you begin to hear it chanting the vocal components of a spell. Do you do anything?
Oh.
Gilbert, do you do anything?
No.
Okay. You see the object you were looking at move upward out of sight. Ah, can't get me now, bitches!
1 moment. We're about to have a wizard off.
When you use telekinesis, doesn't it just mean he's holding that object?
Yes, if it's a creature, it'd be classified as restrained.
Yes.
Okay.
Which means I think it used levitate.
Yes.
Under?
Uh-huh.
I want this chest on the ground, please.
Alright, I think... let's see, at subsequent rounds, you can use your action to attempt to maintain by repeating the contest. Alright, repeat the contest.
This lasts for 10 minutes. I can just keep trying this until I've exhausted the creature.
Yeah. At this point, you hear and see the footfalls getting closer to the door.
Alright. They get much louder?
Yeah, it sounds like he's wearing shoes.
Okay. So that entire space,
Uh-huh.
dropping telekinesis, slow.
Okay. It's what, a wisdom save?
Wisdom.
That, and then... There we are.
No.
Good.
They both fail.
Yeah, there's a couple more.
Oh. Hey, 19 passes.
Okay. And, yeah, when you do that, I think at this point we should roll initiative.
-5.
Yes.
That might be the worst initiative modifier I have ever seen.
A dex of 1. Okay, let's see. The door opens, and you realize that there were people from the sides that had opened the door. And you got one of these guys looking at you.
Is he moving fast or is he moving slow?
This is one of the fast ones. He's the 19.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's going to swing his great axe at you.
He can fucking lose. Shield.
Okay. Let's see. Slow halves their speed. The other guy can go 10. Not quite to that door, and then he gets a wisdom save.
He can fail, please.
Yeah, so the other guy is still slow. DM3. So with the door open now, you can see that the square room appears to be a lab of some sort. Pushed against the west wall is a wooden bench covered with a variety of beakers and flasks, a few of which hold colorful liquids. In the center of the room is floating an iron chest. The floor stained in the west wall bears scorch marks and soot. On its turn, the chest floats up into a little niche in the ceiling, and you can kind of just see where the bottom of the chest blends in with the rest of the stone. If you didn't see it go up there, you might not have noticed it.
Good to know.
Let's see,
What
then
else
it is
do I
your
see?
turn. Oh, there's also this wizard there. He looks rather annoyed with you.
Uh-huh. My move?
It is your move.
Fireball.
Okay. Let's see here.
And I believe that wizard's slowed.
He is.
Try reactioning, absorb elements, that motherfucker.
Sorry, is it disadvantage or just -2?
-2.
Alright, here's the wizard.
No. He fails.
Yeah. Fast orc.
No. He fails.
Slow orc.
No. He fails.
Sorry, I've switched to a different thing. And the chest.
No. He fails.
He did the best out of all of them. Okay, well, roll damage. Alright. Well, the orcs are, utterly turned to ash. The wizard fails and collapses to the ground, dead. The chest in the ceiling appears unharmed by that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Yeah, is there anything burning in the room?
Let's see. Yep. All that furniture that I mentioned before is currently on fire. Several of the beakers have broken, the liquids mixing together, some of them with, energetically.
Alright, and I have felt the slow end on that wizard.
Yes. The wizard looks dead.
Is dead, because the spell ended on him and it can't affect objects, right?
Sure.
Now I gotta double tap the wizard.
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. You hear the chest kind of muffle out. And it casts Fireball. Deck save.
What?
Who can play at that game?
And it casts Fireball, targeting you at the doorway. Deck save, Gilbert. That is a failure.
Good thing I got my reaction. Wait, wasn't he slowed?
He was slowed.
Doesn't he have to do some bullshit?
He does have to
with
do
spell
something.
off?
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that part of slow.
All good. I did just until this moment.
Yeah, let's see. You roll a d20.
Show
On
me
11 or
that.
higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the next turn.
If it rolls a water higher?
If it's an 11 or higher, it does not take effect until the next turn. So now it's your turn, and you can hear him casting the verbal components of Fireball. It has not yet fired at you. What do you do?
Alright, do we have spell interrupt? Is that a thing?
If you can hit him, he's in the ceiling. If you hit him, yes, you have to make a concentration check if you're in the middle of casting a spell and get hit.
Magic missile.
Okay.
And he can't reaction.
Yes, it strikes him unerringly. Go ahead and roll damage. Unfortunately for you, they do strike simultaneously, so there's only one concentration check here.
What do you mean? Unfortunately, that's how it works. They hit simultaneously.
Right.
What?
Well, I mean,
you get 3 saves out of this.
There are some people who would argue that,
and they'd be wrong.
And they would be wrong.
They would be. But some people think that the magic missile, multiplies the concentration checks for shit. And it's like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, because they listen to Crawford, and Crawford's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It has to beat a 10.
Yes, and it does.
So,
It looks like your magic missiles did damage it, though.
Indeed. So what I'm going to do is close the door and extricate myself 30 feet of movement away.
Okay. You move 30 feet. Oh, I forgot for it to make a wisdom save. Yeah, it's still slow.
No.
All right. Is that all you do?
Yeah.
Okay. There is a Quafwoosh over by the door. It looks like he decided to cast the fireball anyway. And it's your turn. By the way, slow has ended.
Well, the door is shut.
The door is shut. A little bit of smoke coming out from under it.
So what I'm going to do... The door's still standing?
Yes.
I'm at a nice distance. Telekinesis spell on the door. Open the door.
Okay. The door opens. Some more smoke billows out. You can see that the inside of the room looks heavily damaged.
Okay, yeah. We'll do that. I can't see the thing, can I?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm going to hang out my current position.
Okay. Alright, its turn. There's a loud clang as a chest falls out of the ceiling. Kablang! Hits the ground. And it yells out, I see you, bitch! And he casts Fireball. Make a dex save. Through the open door, directly at you. Hey, you pass for half.
Reactions are balanced.
Okay, well you take 6 points of fire damage then.
Alright.
It is now your turn. You can see the chest. Somewhat dinged up, but mostly, just some scuffs and stuff. On the ground in the room in front of you.
Alright.
It is...
Oh, yes?
10, 20... well, that'd be 30, 40, 50... About 50, 55 feet away from you.
Okay. I get the door 30 feet of me? Or actually, wait, hold on.
You are 30 feet from the door. You are 55 feet from the chest.
Keep closing out my telekinesis thing. 1 second. Alright, let's see here. Oh, awesome. Actually, it's in range then. Alright, so I got that telekinesis on the door. I shut the door.
Click.
I reposition.
Okay, yeah, where are you going? As you hear the chest angrily yelling out, that door won't save you! I'm coming for you! I'm summoning the guards!
Alright, so what I do is go over towards the temple. I believe that will put... boop, 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 boop. All right. So yeah, I'll kind of head over that way. I want to break that door's line of sight with me, more or less. And
Head over
bonus
which way?
action,
Head over which way? You didn't tell me which way you're going.
towards the temple.
Ah, okay.
And let's see here.
Going all 30 feet?
Yeah, moving 30 feet. And I would like to manifest my mind
Okay.
inside the room.
Uh-huh.
Well, you have a dragon skull. I've got a book. Do you know what the cover of that book reads?
I prepared magic runes today.
No. The Septimus Book of Grudges.
Nice. Okay.
Well, that was my action to close the door. Telekinesis. My bonus action to manifest my mind in the chamber. That shall do for now.
Okay. Uh... All right. The chest casts levitate on itself and floats back up to the ceiling.
Okay.
And your turn.
All right. Let's see. Manifest mind. Tiny spectral object. Sheds dim light. 60 feet of dark vision. Shares telepathy with me. All right. Cast spells if originating from that point.
Yeah, you can do that like your proficiency bonus times a day.
All right.
I believe
Well-
it's per day.
Ray of Frost.
Okay, roll to hit. You hit him.
$11 points of cold.
Okay, yeah, that seems to have damaged it. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, it is going to cast a spell as it casts Arcane Lock on the door.
All right.
Oh, wait, that is a range of touch. You can't do that. My bad. You're going to see it ready a spell. From what you can tell, you'd have to make an Arcana check, but you could try to figure out what spell it's holding.
I would love to.
Sure. Looks like he's holding a sleep spell.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Magic missile.
All right. Strikes on area.
Actually, hold on. I might be able to get some cheeky nonsense with this shit. Hold on. that I can see within range. I don't need to use the Manifest Mind cast through the mind feature. I can just fire magic missiles at him, which, if I'm reading this right, will just smart target around the door.
The door's closed.
It had a space underneath I could see, yeah?
Yeah.
So would the magic missiles thus be able to come from my personal body, fly underneath the door, and peg him?
Yes, they could. I suppose you're right. All right, they hit him. Roll damage.
That should have been +3. I typoed. It's 13 points of force.
All right. The chest lets out as it falls to the ground and does not move, falling with a clatter. It is visibly damaged at this point. Like it's pretty banged up.
What, like it's bloodied?
Yeah. Like you're halfway to destroying the object, and it no longer appears to be animate.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Unless you're going to continue to do stuff, I think we're out of initiative.
Alrighty. Well then. I walk into the room.
Okay. Yeah, you open the door. It smells smoky in here.
Walk
There,
that wall.
there's a beat up, iron-bound chest in the center of the room.
Alrighty. In that case, ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. Alright, you cast Detect Magic. There is a bunch of magic in this room. Stand by. Okay, so that chest.
What kind of magic? Explosive runes.
So that chest has an aura of evocation and transmutation magics about it. The southeast corner of the room seems to be emanating illusion magic. That is all. Oh, sorry. Not only evocation and transmutation. Evocation, transmutation, and abjuration are emanating from the chest.
Wait, sorry, run that by me again?
There are 3 auras, overlapping each other on the chest. Transmutation, abjuration, and evocation. In the southeast corner of the room is an aura of illusion magic. The rest of the room contains bits of magical, art of, alchemy stuff, but there is no specific school associated with them. They also appear to have been ruined by the subsequent fireballs.
Go figure. What about the bodies of the orc and the mage? Orcs and the mage.
Sorry. Yeah, he does appear to have some magical bracers on him.
Alrighty. Ritual cast identify.
Okay. These appear to be bracers of defense.
Yeah, those are mine now. His shit is mine.
Okay. It does require attunement.
Yep, 1 second.
It's +1 to your armor class, right?
2
Yep.
plus 2.
All right. I'll have to use my ritual to conjure up Null.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand on the other side of the room while my little buddy does the identify ritual on the chest.
Okay. Hold on. So your little buddy walks up there, touches the chest. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, that is not enough. It's a little shock comes from the chest's metal bits and shocks Null for 8 points of lightning damage.
He's a familiar.
So he's gone.
Ritual cast, I bring Null back.
Okay? You ritual cast, make sure you mark off the spell components.
Mm-hmm.
Is he touching the chest again? Please say he is.
No. Well,
Okay.
well, Null. Looks like we're null for one.
He smacks you in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's fair. What a wonderful little raccoon. All right. Well, I'm getting tapped out of spell slots. So what I'm going to do is walk into the room,
Uh-huh.
bring a telekinesis, shut the door,
Uh-huh.
put the bodies and the chest against the door.
Okay.
I'm hanging out here. Gotta take another rest. Additionally, I have to hit the restroom, take the dogs out. So this would be a good time, at least for me, to step back for a moment and see what the dynamic trio get up to.
Well, all they said is they were waiting
Here's
for
some
evening.
foursome. Sorry, what under?
They said they were just waiting for evening. So you're on your
For
own.
evening, you pretty much have the whole day to yourself.
All right, give me a second, then I gotta use the restroom.
Okay.
Yes, Sleuth, we're planning on breaking into a church at dark.
That's what the fearsome foursome is doing.
Yeah. When the sun goes down, we're breaking into a shrine.
You know, I don't think my character ever broke into a church.
Oh, you just set him on fire.
Hey,
You're not
how
wrong.
illegal is necromancy in this city?
No, you haven't seen anybody doing any necromancy. So, I mean, usually it's pretty frowned upon to do it in civilized areas.
So people probably wouldn't be happy if a handful of graves were found to be freshly dug up.
That's the funny thing. You haven't seen any graves in this town.
Damn it.
That they don't
Where are
seem
their
to have a
bodies?
cemetery. You don't know.
What?
Well, he's a necromancer. He would check out the local cemetery. You guys probably just would have naturally assumed it was elsewhere. But yeah, when you look about, specifically trying to find a cemetery of Lista or bodies, you don't find any.
Probably burn their body as a defense against undead or necromancers. Or they hide it under the church.
Or they
Well,
use
we'll
them for
find
some sort
out.
of ritual. Or we know there's, shady shit going on.
Wait, is there shady shit? Even better. Now I don't have to pretend to feel bad about doing it.
Well, Underdark's character, or not Underdark, Gilbert's character went missing, and the town folks are like, no idea. But earlier in the morning, I was disguised self as Gilbert's character, and got some funny looks, like they didn't expect me to be there.
Oh,
And
oh,
then
we're
later
still
on, I
there.
switched back to Twidget, dropping the disguised self up in the rooms. And then Mister's character went around asking, "Hey, he's missing. Have you seen him?"
Have you
No
seen
one
my
is-
wizard?
And no one has seen him, is what the weird thing was, even though Twidget ran around town that morning.
Yeah, funny how that is.
I mean, while Beta is against the undead and doing things that are catastrophic, if this town fell under a Septimus curse, it would be okay.
What? Septimus curse? What?
Now, just because everything that the Septimus bloodline gets in proximity of ends up burnt to a crisp or shattered to rubble doesn't mean it's a curse.
It's very much intentional. It's premeditated.
Yeah, it's not a curse, it's a tactic.
No, the whole bloodline is a curse on the world.
They're a strategic opponent rivaling a curse. Or I suppose, a natural disaster, because curses tend to only affect a handful of people at a time.
I usually only affect a handful of people at a time.
A
Alright.
handful of villages, towns, and cities at a time.
Sorry, you were doing stuff though?
Yeah. So, Flister, are you gonna do anything, or are you just gonna wait with the party for the evening?
So yeah, if Lister wants to do something, we can switch scenes. That's fine.
Yes, that's
Sure.
what I'm asking. Flister, are you doing anything?
We don't happen to have any dead bodies or the skeletons of them, do we? So other than that, I don't really have anything to do for prep work for anything.
Well, I don't know if the party has any dead bodies or skeletons in their inventory.
Duodecius, don't you?
You know, I just got rid of my corpse just recently, so no, I don't have one.
Gilbert, don't you have a
Yes.
corpse
Yes.
in your bag that would be in your room?
Duodecius does have, this would not be on his person, this would be in his room with his stuff. Let me double check the numbers. The skeletal remains of 3 humans, 2 dwarfs, 1 elf, and 1 gnome.
Are they something you're sentimental about or otherwise emotionally attached to, or can they be used as tools and thrown into the first meat grinder we come across?
The bags are labeled "Return to nearest church."
Perfect. Alright. I got 2 minutes of work to start raising those.
No.
Data.
They're
It's-
to be returned to the church,
We
not,
are returning them to the church.
not to be your. Oh God. Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh God.
Look. It said do not resuscitate, not do not reanimate.
I mean, technically, you're right. By you animating them and taking them with us, they are going into the church. But I don't think that's what they meant.
Do it.
Look, their souls are safely in the afterlife at this point, and I just need to borrow what's left of their bodies for a little bit.
And what's even more important is that you'd be doing exactly what Duodecius would want you to be. Technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Look, if these people were told that they could use their body well after they're done with it to help protect the non-hostile peoples of this land, do you think they would say no? They're not using them anymore. It's not pretty, but morally, this is the correct answer to our current situation. Besides, it'll only take a couple minutes. Nothing I can do in a couple minutes will destroy, harm, or otherwise inconvenience a soul. Well, except for the people that get stabbed. I guess that's kind of inconvenience, but that's something that anyone with a knife can do.
A Fellista's modest proposal.
Just a little bit of necromancy as a treat.
What's a little bit of reanimated corpses between friends?
Veda is upset, but she is willing to let this go if it helps find the Septimus.
All right. I'd like to reanimate. What was it? 3 humans and an elf.
3 humans, 2 dwarfs, an elf, and an gnome.
Yeah, the shorter races are easier to carry around for transportation. I'll have the humans and the elf reanimated.
Okay, you're using that with Animate Dead?
Yes.
Are you casting it twice, or...?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you doing this?
Probably take it outside the city limits. I don't think they'd be too happy to have a bunch of skeletons coming out of one of their hotel rooms.
Yeah,
It means you'll
non-paying
have to stay
customers
out
and
of
all that.
town till nightfall before you can come back in with your skeletons.
Do we have like an extra set of clothes that are, or blankets? We can make cloaks out of blankets.
Well, what are you looking to do?
I pretty much just want to cover these undead so that at a distance, if you're not paying that much attention, they just look like people. Just shove a blanket over them, say it's a cloak, and they're adventurers. Even better, say they're rogues and rangers. Everyone knows how they get about their cloaks.
I have a real bad feeling about this.
I've got a good feeling about it.
You're a Septimus, you would.
All right. Do you think people would be suspicious if I bought 4 cloaks from whatever tailor they have here, and then came back with 4 cloaked figures? I'm sure it'd be fine. How much would it be for like a cloak and a scarf to just cover up a skeleton?
Let's see here.
Traveling clothes is only a couple of gold.
Yeah, it would just be traveling clothes.
Alright. Traveling clothes for 4. Alright, yeah, I'll just get 4 suits of traveling clothes for 8 gold. I should have that much inventory.
Yeah, when you walk into the tailor shop, so you can see that it appears disused. The battered door allows access to it. Inside is a single room gutted of all furniture and features. Oh wait, nope, wrong one. Sorry.
Describing a room after I do a fireball.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's for.
Yeah, they actually don't have they don't have a description for the general store. All right. Yeah. No, you can just buy traveling clothes at the general store. No problem.
So, traveling clothes, the bodies outside town, reanimate, and then just cover them up so they can pass for a person from a distance. And then meet up with the rest of the party at sunset.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of step out into the kind of scrubby grasslands around the town. Finding yourself in a nice dell where you can't be easily observed, you raise the skeletons and cover them in the cloaks and begin to wait. No problem.
I'm back.
So, Duodecius, you're sitting there taking another short rest?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the hour passes without incident.
Arcane recovery.
Say again?
Arcane recovery.
Ah.
Am I hungry?
Yeah, it's about midday.
There's an orc.
There's roast orc, yes.
Yep. If necessary, I eat orc.
If you don't have any other food on you, then that would be necessary, yes.
Yes. Thankfully, he's well done. Actual cannibal lawyer.
Yeah. It's like, man, I hope you guys never like lose your supplies. I mean, he's like just the slightest bit peckish. It's like, all right, I guess I'm going to cannibalism.
Well, I'm stuck in a dungeon with no food source, and I'm low on resources, and I'm currently holed up. Because there's not food in here, is there?
There might have been, but you destroyed it with the fireballs.
Exactly. I produced other food.
Yeah.
Did you know that a single fully grown human male can survive enough calories to feed 25 men for 2 days?
Nice. So, yeah, you need to make a survival check to see how good you are at cooking it and getting meat that doesn't kill you. Yeah, you're able to, cut some of like the muscle away without, puncturing organs or, going for like bits of it that look like it might be rotting. Or certainly smells like it anyway.
Duodecius on cannibalism.
Yep. Yeah, and it's a rough but serviceable meal.
Mm.
Sorry, what's your passive perception?
15.
All right. So you notice when you're cooking up the orc that the chest, ever so slightly, seems to shift a bit.
Dispel magic.
Okay. Hang on. All right, roll it.
Just once, or do I have to roll for 3 different effects?
Just once.
Alright. Int mod?
Yeah. All right. Well, this is awkward. So the chest turns to you. It's like, well, this is kind of awkward. He kind of like tilts a bit, like he's looking you up and down, even though you can only see on the front of it a mouth that looks to be twisted out of the wood grain.
Wait, so he's not dispelled?
Whatever he was doing got dispelled. So, what do you think we just call it a draw?
Insight check.
Sure, make an insight check. It's a chest, man. You can't really tell anything.
Oh, look, buddy. I got no problem declaring a draw with you. I know I'm one of those adventure types, but frankly, I'm not about to try challenging a living, talking, spellcasting chest for its contents.
Well then, you are a gentleman and a scholar. Tell you what, though, you shouldn't leave empty-handed, and he like looks around a bit. We kind of did wreck the place.
It was an epic wizarding duel. It happens.
Yeah. Anyway, I do know that Berkham did keep some stuff in the back room there behind the that corner over there. He indicates that corner you were sensing illusion magic from. That's an illusory wall. There's a chamber back there, and he kept some stuff in there. I don't know how valuable it is, but I figured, consolation prize as a thanks for not killing me.
Yeah. Are you sure? You sure it's all right with you?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Alrighty. Well, I'll check that out in a minute then. I currently sitting here trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my potentially short existence. Damn cultists abducted me. How'd you get stuck down here?
Well, I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I got turned into a chest.
That's rough.
Yeah. It didn't quite go the way I was hoping. Gotta tell you that one.
I mean, in all reality, better than an arrow to the knee.
But man,
So,
these asshole cultists.
Oh man, tell me about it. You been stuck down here a long time?
Yeah. These cultists have been all up in here for years. Doing all sorts of weird chemical, magical bullshit. Only when, I was trying to convince Berkham to turn me back, but, you kind of put paid to that plan.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Actually, you know what?
He was an evil bastard. Don't feel sorry. He deserved death.
Oh, no, I don't feel sorry about killing him. I feel sorry about taking away an opportunity for you to go back to normal. Speaking of which, I am a wizard. I can extend the same offer if you'd like, except I'll actually try to turn you back into your original state.
Well, if you think you can, go right ahead.
Well, I don't think I can do it here and now.
Ah.
It's something I'd definitely like to put on the list of things to achieve in my life. Yeah.
Turning
Yeah,
chests
kinda-
into people is a worthy goal of any adventurer. Weirdos. Right. So anyway, yeah, there's a room back there. It's got some stuff Berkham stashed in there. Not sure how valuable it is, but he was kind of flighty.
Yeah. I got a cleric like that in the party. And a gnome.
I hate
Weird
gnomes.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate the little buggers.
No.
Well,
The party wonders why Twitch is sad all of a sudden.
I guess I'll go take a peek at what's going on with the illusion. By the way, before I go back there, when I leave this dungeon, do you want to come with? You know, be somewhere in a room that has 3 rotting corpses and a hole in the ceiling.
Make a persuasion check.
Don't fuck me, dice. Holy shit. That's the same score, I think, that got Duodecius laid.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't exactly trust you. But you are right in that you're probably better company than some corpses. And who knows how long before the fucking cultists come down here, and they'll probably blame me for this mess, you know. So, yeah, I'll accompany you. Once we get out of here, though, no promises.
That's fair. That's fair. After all, trust is earned, not given.
Well, there are some people that I should pay a visit to, and you don't need to worry about that.
Alrighty. Well, let's go check out that stash.
Lead on.
Duodecius leads on.
Yeah, as you hear this chest, clang, 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 clang behind you. Stealthy he ain't.
Yeah, he's a chest that casts Fireball. I feel much better about my chances. Alright, so what did the shitty wizard keep concealed?
Alright, yeah. So as you kind of poke at this illusory wall, you kind of feel your way through it. And in the back, you can see a couple of cots. In fact, you can see that the chamber is crammed with 12 sleeping pallets, various extra cloaks, weapons, and various personal effects. 8 orcs lounging here, looking up at you as you walk in, just kind of blindly into this room. And one of them looks over at one of the other orcs. Hey, did Burkham change his face again? Because that doesn't look like Burkham. The other orc looks at you. That ain't Burkham. Get him!
No, it's me, Burkham.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, see, the chest here can confirm that I'm Burkham. Right, my good buddy?
Make a deception check.
Alright.
The chest is helping you, so you have advantage.
Okay. So, 17 or an 18 with advantage, that would make it an 18.
Alright. The orc kind of scratches his head. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What you need, boss?
Alright. Here's what we gotta do. We gotta gather up all the loot. All the loot. Those cultists? Well, they think we don't deserve to be working with them anymore. They think they're going to try to rub us out. So what we're going to do, we're going to take all this loot we got, and we're going outside. We'll take our business elsewhere. To people who respect good looting, good crumping, and whatnot.
Yeah, it's been too long since we had a proper fight. Alright, lads, you heard him. Grab the loot. We're heading out. as they begin breaking down the room.
Excellent.
You notice that they don't seem to be touching this small wooden chest in the back of the room.
All right. Detect magic ritual.
Okay.
Is it magic?
It is not magical.
Identify ritual.
It is not magical.
I had to make certain it didn't have missiles or some shit. Oh, did that wizard have a spellbook on him?
No.
I take this chest.
Okay.
It's mine now.
Yes, it is.
I open the chest.
There's a book inside.
This is a spellbook.
Yes, it is.
Identify ritual.
It's not magical. It's just a spell book.
Reveal to me its contents.
Okay.
Also, what was the guy's name? Berkham?
Burkham.
Burkham. Burkham spellbook.
That's what it contains.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. I check the compartment for secrets and hidden things.
Sure. Make a investigation check. You do find a loose brick in the southern wall.
I open it.
You see what looks to be a bottle of clear liquid, about a liter in size.
Identify.
It is not magical.
Pocket.
All right.
Call it.
Well, make a sleight of hand check as you pocket it. So, yeah, as you pull it out, one of the orcs is like, "Oh, that's where that went. Thanks for finding it, boss."
There you go.
He pops the cork. A strong smell of alcohol wafts into the room as he just upends it and drains the entire thing.
What?
Yeah, that really hit the spot.
Did you just drink Everclear?
What's Everclear?
It's like the most potent alcohol an alchemist could brew.
Ah, damn. Are you gonna make some of that for us, boss?
Not right now. That takes time, and that's a bit of a setup. But
Nah.
I'll see what I can do once we find a new base.
Okay. Yeah, but no. That was just some alcohol, some drink.
Alrighty. Well, let's get out of here.
Say, no, Gilbert. Everclear is legal. Moonshine is not. Moonshine is stronger than Everclear.
Lab grade ethanol would be stronger still, but let's not go there.
You really can't
Moonshine,
drink straight
Everclear
ethanol.
Sure you
Yeah.
can. It's a liquid. You can drink it.
All right.
You
All
can
right.
drink anything
Hey,
once.
I stand corrected. You wouldn't want to drink straight ethanol.
No, you wouldn't. It would suck. A lot.
It would probably tear your insides, wouldn't it? Like it would actually literally degrade the flesh.
Uh-huh. It would suck. You wouldn't want to do it, but you could. An orc could probably get away with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Or it just makes him tough up.
Or just drink straight embalming fluid.
Yeah, so you notice that the orcs have gathered up like all the bedrolls and the pallets that they had. They all have like these crude, axes and the like about. So, boss, as you walk into the antechamber with them behind you, what's with the chest? The chest is clanking behind you as well.
Ah, yes. It's an animated chest. Powerful wizardry was involved in making it, and I shall not leave it to these shitty, ungrateful cultists.
Chest turns to the orcs. I'm full of loot, and if you kill him, you can have it.
Ah, don't listen to him.
Well, now you're making a contested persuasion check against the chest.
All right. Do I have any kind of bonus from the fact that they think I'm their boss?
Nope. Not when there's loot on the line. Those rolls are both shitty. You know what the orc says?
I didn't catch that. It broke up on my end.
Sorry. I said, those rolls are both shit. So you know what the orc does? He turns to the chest, and he goes, show me the loot first.
See, this is why he's the war boss.
And that's when the chest pops open, revealing it to be full of gold coins. Orcs turn to you. Nothing personal, boss, but you gotta go. As they raise their action, you should roll initiative. Alright, well, Duodesius, what do you do as your orcs seem to have betrayed you in favor of the chest offering them gold?
Am I melee with anybody?
Would you have been walking out there in melee with them? Probably.
Would I want to be in melee with orcs as a wizard?
Yeah, takes the guesswork out of how far you have to fireball.
Or would I be leading them gloriously from the front?
That's up to you. Where do you want to be?
Gloriously from the front.
Okay, yeah, there's some space then.
Alright. So here's what I do. I go to the door.
Well, okay.
I look at my war boss and I go, you raise a good point. There is nothing personal about this. So why don't I just try to pay you in advance? Who gives a shit about the chest anyways? Its magic isn't worth much. Telekinesis on the chest.
Okay. I believe it's contested strength.
Yep, it's strength versus my int.
Yep.
And I'd like to, because I can exert fine control over it, pry it open with telekinesis.
Can you exert fine control over a creature?
Let's see here. Action round. Appropriate effect, creature.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say it's close enough. So yeah, you pry the chest open, revealing the gold coins.
You don't even need to kill me to take the loot now. Just shake him out like a lunch kid and his money.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. The war boss responds, "Nah. How about we kill you, take your loot, and we loot the chest, and we get a good fight out of it." All the orcs nod like this is the most insightful thing they have ever heard.
I use my item interaction to shut the door.
Okay, so you've gone back into the alchemy room and shut the door.
No, I'm like outside. I'm pulling it shut.
You guys were already outside the room. As I said, you'd walked into the atrium room when this happened.
Oh, we're in the atrium?
Yes.
Hmm.
Does that change what you would do?
Yes. Let's see. So we're in the atrium. I've got this thing in a telekinetic grip. It's an action to put it in that state.
Hmm.
So I can move it around as much as I want. Alright. I use telekinesis. Lift it up over to War Boss. And turn it over so that all the treasure dumps on the War Boss's head.
Okay.
After all, apparently he needs good things to hit him on the head.
The coins rain down in a shower of gold. Then a wooden half of a box falls out of the chest, hitting him on the head. It's a thin wood thing, so it doesn't really hurt him any. Followed by a scroll tube and a glass vial, which breaks when it hits his head.
Is it a potion of fucking kamikaze fireball?
And then he disappears.
Like invisibility?
No, because the box was still hanging on his shoulder, and when he disappears, it clatters to the ground.
I thought I was going to get a better fight out of that.
Oh, don't worry, there's more.
There are still 7 other orcs.
Yeah, do you guys just want to, go sack a town? I feel like that'd be more productive.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage. They look at the boss where it disappeared. Looked at you. Looks at where the boss disappeared. Looks at you. Do we get to keep the loot?
Yes.
Sounds good, boss. You hear the chest grumbling. God damn fucking orcs. Well, I guess you're out of initiative. You've got this angry chest in your telekinetic grip. Boss, do you want us to... he kind of makes a motion with his axe towards the chest.
Yeah.
Radio!
Yeah.
As they all take their axes and just start hacking away at this chest.
I feel like he did one of those really loud whispers.
Yeah, and over the course of a couple of rounds, they hack the chest to pieces. It was begging for mercy the whole time. The orcs did not show him any.
Yep. Well, he did act treacherously with me. But no, tried stabbing me in the back. All right. Well then. Do you lot remember the way out of here? I'm down here so long messing around with the alchemy crap, I've forgotten which way is up.
Boss, as he points to the ceiling. I'm pretty sure that way's up.
I mean the way that the cultists got us in here the first time.
No, I don't remember.
All right then, I guess before we can go and crump a village, we gotta crump the cultists until we find the way out.
Crumping's always a good solution. Which way do you want us to crump first?
I think they kept their war hyenas down that corridor. Or war jackals or something. These guys seem like the kind of folks that name all their stuff Jackal What's-It-Face. Let's go kill those first.
Radio.
And we go to the Jackal room.
Okay, yep, you go down that southwest corridor. You turn to the west, there's a closed pair of doors. The orcs behind you with their great axes. And when you point out that that's the door, they walk up, and the guy in front quite literally tries to kick the door in. The door doesn't kick in, and then it opens slightly as you realize the hinges are on this side.
We're going for the cunning but brutal approach.
As he then he just grabs doors and throws them open. And yeah, I guess we're rolling initiative again. This time with the orcs on your side.
Allegedly.
Yeah, let's see, so that's your orcs.
I would have been happy to keep the chest, but the chest betrayed me.
Tends to do that.
No, seriously, what the fuck is these last two sessions? I am rolling unreasonably good whenever I need it.
Alright, well, the orcs charge in. Each one going for a different jackal. There are 20 jackals and 7 orcs, so they're each going to go for a different jackal each. Let's see, only one missed. Slaying all 6 jackals. That is it for the orcs. Duodecius, what do you do?
All the jackals are dead?
No, there were 20 jackals. There are now 14.
I see. That's many jackals.
Yes.
I shall perform a great feat of magic. And I shall use Ray of Frost on one.
Okay, roll to hit. You hit it. Roll damage. It dies. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do. I just want to make sure I'm not in melee.
Yep. No, you're not, though. Orcs are, though. They ran in and just started wading through them.
Excellent. I'm the weird boy. These are my new knob and the boys.
Yeah. as the jackals as most of the jackals rush the orcs. Let's see. Couple missing. Let's see. So 1, 2. All right, I just have to do this. This is going to get annoying. Let's see there. 7 orcs with 15 hit points each. That guy takes 2 damage. The next one takes no damage. The next one takes 5 damage. That was that one. The next one takes 3. Next one takes none. The next one takes 4. And the last one takes 2. The last jackal did not attack, and it is instead just staring calmly directly at you, Duodecius. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw versus sleep.
All right.
You resist the sulfuric effects of its gaze. And the orcs. They keep crumping. Two miss. Well, there are now only 8 jackals remaining. And your turn, Duodecius.
Okay, that stupid one that stared at me.
Uh-huh.
I point at that one. And I say, get that git. He's trying to make us sleep on a good crumpin'. And I shoot a ray of frost at it.
Okay, roll to hit. You hit him. That bloodies it.
And I take cover behind the door.
Okay. Anything else?
Turn.
Alright, the jackals. Let's see. There are 7 of them, 7 orcs. They just attack an orc each. Alright, so the first one takes 1. That's right. Alright, then the orcs. They just keep wading through trying to get to that jackal you pointed at. Oh wait, no, I forgot about that jackal. That jackal is going to look at one of the orcs then. So can't see you. And an orc falls asleep.
That is an unforgivable crime.
Yeah.
Making an orc sleep on a good fight.
Yeah. The other orcs just continue wading through the jackals. Oh, wow. They only get 2 of them. Well, there are now 6 jackals left. Duodecius?
Ray of Frost on the stereo one.
Well, you stepped out of the room. So when you step back in, you're not... Like, things have moved around. You're not sure which jackals was that one. They all look identical.
Oh, I shoot a clear one then.
Okay. Roll to hit. That hits. Roll damage. You kill a jackal.
Get back around the corner.
Okay. The jackals. Yeah, fuck it. They're gonna go charging for the door, provoking attacks opportunity from the orcs that are in melee. So, one jackal makes it to the door and looks you dead in the eyes, Duodecius. I need you to make a wisdom save. You resist its sulfuric effects, as it then tries to rush past you, provoking an attack of opportunity from you.
Wizard knife.
Roll to hit. That hits him. Your knife does not seem to have any effect on him. As this bloodied jackal runs a bit for like 10 feet away from you. And orcs. You hear the orcs beginning to loot the room. Duodecius?
Ray of Frost on the jackal.
Okay. Roll to hit. Hit. It appears to be near death. Anything else?
I give a good bellow of wah.
It turns and looks at you, giving you this flat look. Make a wisdom save. You again resist it as it starts running for the stairs. Go down.
The wah protects me.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to pursue?
Yeah, I'm going to shoot it.
Alright. You run up to the edge of the stairs. You can see the jackal partway down them, heading for that door.
Because remember, he loses 10 movement speed.
Yeah. That hits. It dies. You're now out of initiative.
I drag the body back up.
Okay.
I check in on my orcs. Well, you gets find any good loot?
You notice one of the orcs has this silver crown set with sapphires on his head. He looks at you. Nah, boss. Nothing too good. Just some coins as he holds out what looks to be a couple hundred copper pieces.
All right. Which of these orcs did the most crump in this fight?
The one with the crown.
All right. I look at him and I go, "You did a lot of crumping in here. Great work. That means you get the pelt of the dire sleep jackal." And I pass him the magical jackal.
Okay. He kind of holds it up by like its hindquarters and kind of turns it in his wrist. Yeah, this'll roast up nicely.
Under.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna betray the shit out of these guys at the end of this dungeon.
Yeah, obviously.
Any other doors
Why
in this
can't we
room?
keep them?
They're orcs.
Yeah. And you're the boss.
Yeah, we can't take them anywhere nice.
So
Where do we go that's nice?
we can keep them on the ship.
I don't know if you want that, man. All right. Because if I recall, Underdark's setting here, the orcs are all inherently chaotic evil, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they'll fit right in with you, Gilbert.
What the fuck? What?
Well, maybe not the chaotic part.
What do you mean, evil? I haven't done anything evil all campaign. Or last campaign. Or the one before that.
No, Lucina's fine, but she's not tainted, so it's okay.
What do you mean not tainted?
For the name
Lucina-
Septimus.
Septimi have always been good alike. What the fuck are you on about? Alright, Under, is there any doors in this room?
Nope, just the one you came in.
Alright. Telekinesis, Brazier, we're finding another thing to fight.
Okay, boss.
Under,
Mm-hmm.
I want to head to that room, the one that smelled like shit, down the big long corridor, the first place I went.
Yeah.
Yeah, and poke my head in that first door.
Okay.
Rather. Yeah,
Leather
what's
on
going
metal
on
room?
in here?
Leather on metal room.
Yeah, leather on metal room.
Ah, the leather on metal room.
Oh god, it's gonna have drow and they're gonna be doing like weird shit, aren't they?
Oh, what makes you think that that's this kind of dungeon? So anyway, you begin opening to the sound of moans. No,
I will cast Fireball without the spell slot.
Alright. Well, as you kind of poke into this room, you can see that the circular room is perhaps 80 feet in diameter. The air is humid and musty. In the center of the room is a 5-foot diameter metal basin containing what looks to be water. As you're looking, you eventually see some movement, and it looks like there is a large snake that has coiled itself around the base of the basin.
I shout into the room. Hey, Snake, are you looking to join a crumpin' crew or get crumped?
You see the snake's head kind of uncurl from the basin and look at you. As behind the basin, another head looks up, identical to the first. They just seem to be looking at you.
Do I see anything else of interest in this room?
No. Just the two doors, one across from this chamber, 80 feet across, and a set of doors to the north.
Alright. Hey, does that snake look crump worthy to you guys? Look like it'll be a good fight, or do you think it'll be kind of a waste of our time?
It's just a snake, boss.
Crump the shit out of it.
Ah! As all the orcs go running in, and we're rolling initiative again.
We're gonna crump till there's no crumping to be had.
Well, you go first.
Ray of Frost on the snake.
Roll to hit. That's a crit. Alright, that injures the snake.
I step out of the side so that my crew of crumpers can go crump them.
Yeah. Well, they run in.
Hashtag horrible edits.
They take the dash action to get into melee range, but are unable to attack this turn. The snake will then lash out and will bite. One orc. Alright, and they gotta make some saves versus poison. Alright, that first orc was slightly injured before and dies. The second orc also dies from that. Your turn to Odysseus. 2 orcs of yours, so you're down to 5 orcs left. 1 bite from the snake took out each orc. Gilbert?
Damn, that's a strong snake. I guess we'll have to crump them harder. Oh. I tell the snake a witty joke.
It is not intelligent enough for that to work. It has an int of 1.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking cover.
Okay. That works. As they hack this snake to pieces, killing it. You're out of initiative.
I'd like to investigate the room. Where's the loot?
Make an investigation check. So as you're looking about, you notice that the basin of water in the center of the room, which you initially thought was just like, tin or something, is actually made up of tarnished silver. And the basin itself is worth about 200 gold pieces, though it weighs 50 pounds. You also notice that there are 3 bloodstones set into the basin's rim, each stone alone worth 100 gold pieces.
All right. I look at one of the orcs. These tricky cultists. They thought they could disguise their loot as a simple water bowl. Take this with. It's silver and bloodstone.
Okay, boss. As they just heft up the basin, sloshing water everywhere.
They won't have any treasure left by the time we're done with them.
That's right.
But by the way, any of you thirsty?
I kind of am, boss.
Well, we got the water in the bowl right here. Take a swig.
Okay, he takes a swig.
Does it fucking die?
Oh, no, I misunderstood that. Okay. Yeah, he drinks the water and he goes, I feel stronger, boss. Thanks. All the other orcs begin eyeing the guy holding the basin.
Hold up now. Let's not start crumping each other if we can all get swole on this. I cast Identify on it.
Okay. You cast Identify. Identify tells you that this is a basin of enhancement. Anyone who drinks from the water must choose a saving throw from which they are proficient. The ability score associated with that saving throw increases by 2 for 2 hours.
Alright. This isn't just regular water. It's magic water. Everyone take a swig.
Yeah, they all drink. Even the guy who drank before.
I'll drink too.
Okay. The guy who drank before, when he drinks again, he goes, yeah, boss, I don't feel so good.
It sounds like growing pains. You drunk too much strong water. Now your body's got to adjust to it.
Right, boss. Good thing you're here.
Alright, so my int goes up by +2?
For 2 hours.
2 hours. Oh, that's nice. 22. This is what super intelligence feels like. Alright, so
Duo Decius. Super genius.
Alright. We go through the doors.
Which one? North or east?
Oh, there's 2 doors in this room?
Yes.
Which one goes to the stinky room?
Neither of them.
Alright, we start with... I'd like to sniff the doors. Which one smells like fresher air?
Make a perception check. Okay, so the eastern doors do not really smell of anything in particular, but to the north, it has a bit of a chilliness to it, and like it's pleasantly chilly, though it also does not have an odor associated with it.
Alright, boys. This room has an interesting smell. A smell that smells like refrigeration. Bust that door down. Let's find out what's going on.
Right, boss, is one of them just walks up and just kicks the door, flinging the unlocked doors open, revealing a circular 140-foot diameter room with a domed ceiling. The air inside is pleasantly chilly, and you can see your breath each time you exhale. In the center of the room stands a peculiar 11-foot-tall painted stone statue. The statue depicts a humanoid with pale blue skin, a broad chest, muscled arms, and an impressive white beard. Its attire, including yellow knickers, a vibrant green vest, and a fancy purple shirt, along with a red pillbox hat, is comical. The figure carries a broom. In the floor, near the west end of the room, is a hole in the floor that appears to descend. On the other side of the hole is a set of doors that go west. To the north and east are also 2 more sets of double doors. There are 4 sets of double doors in this room total, each at a compass point.
What is this? The arch janitor's room? Do I recognize the statue? Like who it is?
No, you do not.
I'd like to investigate the room.
Make an investigation check. So, as you're looking about, the only thing that really stands out is a shaft which looks to descend quite a ways, a 20-foot wide shaft. There are ladder rungs embedded in the east wall of the shaft itself, so you could climb down easily. The other thing is that while the statue appears to be like solid, the clothing does appear to be separate items. Like it's not sculpted to look like it's wearing clothing. It is actually wearing clothing.
All right.
Hold on. About a minute. Yeah, after you start looking about the chamber, there's a clang as the doors that you entered through close. And there's a booming voice. Slightly accented the way that suggests common is in its primary language. You hear a voice that calls out and says, "I am the giant Sam. Give me all of the belts you have, or else."
The giant Sam wants us to give him all of our belts.
Yes, you will surrender your belts unto me, or else.
I feel like this goes without saying, but I have to inquire, or else what?
Or I will squash you like the little bugs you are. Ha 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 ha!
Why do you want belts?
Because I'm bored with mine, and I want yours. Now give them to me. No more stalling.
Do we have belts?
I presume you're wearing a belt to hold your pants up.
I have pants?
I don't know, do you?
What does Duodecius look like, a barbarian? Of course he doesn't have pants.
Fucking commando wizard over here.
Okay, no belts.
Unfortunately, and please do not mock us for it, but we are beltless.
That will never do! Roll a d3. There is a popping sound as a belt lands on you, and I require you to make a strength saving throw. The belt is heavier than you thought. Think like one of those like WWE champion belts, and it carries you to the ground. Take this belt then, and be beltless no more. And know that Sam is a wise and generous giant.
What the fuck is this dungeon?
Oh, by the way, that belt has a Dwemer of magic to it.
Okay. Identify ritual.
It's a girdle of hill giant strength.
How battered do my orcs look?
3 of them are slightly injured, 2 are unhurt.
All right. In that case, my orcs, I propose we take a break for but 1 hour, after which we shall continue to crump these cultists.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. But boss, they could be right there. We should go crump them now. Yeah, crump them.
A sound argument. Let's figure out where they are. Sam, our most benevolent giant. Where, if you know, is the exit to this dungeon so that we might cut off the cultists' escape, and they will have no choice but to fight us?
The mighty Sam is currently not available. Please leave a message at the tone. Beep.
It appears that the wise and benevolent Sam is otherwise preoccupied. Well then, we shall have to crump these cultists without his guidance. How many doors are there?
There are 4 sets of double doors, one at each compass point. You entered from the south.
Which one seems like it's trafficked by cultists?
Well, with your investigation check, you would know that none of them appear to be particularly used.
All right, my gits. I believe we'll need to go back to the main hall and proceed from there. These doors don't appear often used, and thus we're not likely to find people behind them to crump.
Right, boss.
Let's go this way as we head back to the main hall with the shit room.
The main hall with the ship room?
Shit room, the door next to the
yeah, shit room. Okay. Yeah. Yep, the orcs follow you as you head back south into the basin room, head to the west into the 40-foot hall, and head to the north as it narrows to 20 feet in a closed pair of double doors to the north. A slight smell of urine and feces wafting out from it.
I make an effort to really sniff that air.
Yeah, it's definitely urine and feces.
You smell that, boys? That's the smell of someone shitting themselves at the ass whooping they're about to receive. Get 'em!
Well, once again, the orc walks up and tries to kick the doors in, despite the hinges being on this side. It doesn't really work, and then he just yanks it open and charges in. You can see that the messy hall beyond is strewn with rags, scraps of food, and mounds of waste, swarming with flies. The stench of urine and dung assaults your nostrils, and hanging on the west wall are dozens of battered shields. You can see about midway up the eastern wall a closed pair of double doors. And as the orcs go in, you hear cries of alarm coming from the north, higher-pitched screams like you've heard from goblins before. And I think you should roll initiative.
Under how much adventuring time has passed?
6 hours.
How long until they do something? Or get to do something? How long until they act?
Another hour.
Excellent.
It's fine, Gilbert. Party split, and you're kind of center stage. So I'd rather you be able to deal with your stuff than try switching perspectives.
Fair enough.
Because, like I said, if you manage to get out before we do our thing, we don't have to do our thing then.
I don't think I'm getting out.
Alright. Well, the orcs take the dash action, charging into the room, and actually going beyond the sight cast by your brazier. You hear more cries of alarm from the north. What do you do, Duo?
Well, my brazier and I advance, making sure to burn up as many flies in the process with the power of the brazier.
All right, you begin to advance. You can see that at the end of this room, about 120 feet away, the room narrows back down to 20 feet. And beyond, you can see what looks to be goblins moving about. And then your orcs also, as they seem to have charged in.
Excellent.
All right. The
Beat
goblins.
the shit out of them.
Anything else?
Let's see. Took an action to move that. No, that's it.
All right. Goblins. Well, they're going to fall upon your orcs.
The fools. Oh, fuck. That's a lot of falling on.
Yeah, 16 move forward with short swords and just start cutting at the orcs' little, ankles and the like. 13. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. All right, let's see. So, 1 orc dead. 2 orcs dead. That orc near death. So 2 of your 5 orcs are dead. 1 looks to be near death now, after the short swords. Let's see. Slings. All right, that orc dies. And then that orc is bloody. So you have 2 orcs left. 1 is bloody. The other is unhurt. You see then 16 more goblins moving forward, but they have to take the dash action and are unable to attack this turn. Orcs.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, there's like 40 goblins over there. Like they're just swarming through, like trying to press through this gap. The orcs are just going to start laying into the ones they can reach. Misses. And crumps a goblin. Alright, Duodecius, what do you do?
So there's absolutely fucking fuck tons of gobos that way, right?
Yeah, it looks like you just sent the orcs to charge into like their main base or something.
How have they seen me?
You don't think so. Like they seem preoccupied with the fact that the orcs just rushed in. They Leroy Jenkins to that shit.
Fair hell and I do. I leave.
Okay. You just slowly back out of the room, closing the door behind you.
Yeah, I'm taking my brazier and I'm leaving.
Okay. Yeah, there's more sounds of combat. You're effectively out of initiative. Though you do hear what sounds like, groups of goblins, starting to move as if to question where did the orcs come from? So what do you do?
Okay. They're beginning to question where the orcs came from?
Well, it's more like you can hear do you speak Goblin?
Let me double check. No, everyone knows goblins don't speak a language.
Okay. Yes, you just hear like jip 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 coming closer and closer to this door.
Yeah,
just
no, I'm leaving.
Under
Bye.
Jib Jib Jab is gnomish, not goblin.
Yeah.
It's all gibberish.
All right, let's
So you see,
see.
gnomes are jib jib jab, goblins are jab jab jib.
Right. Anyway, so which way are you going?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of leave this locale for now.
Yeah, you have two ways. You can go to the west and the north, back towards that fog that you encountered before, or you can go east towards that basin room, or south back towards the temple.
I'm heading back to the temple. I'm going
Okay.
into that alchemist room. I am hanging out in the illusion until this blows over.
Okay, so you go back and hang out into the illusion. That will take some time. I assume you're going to sit there for another short rest. Was you wait for it all to blow over?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got. Oh, and I'm going to attune to this belt.
Ah, okay. So when you do that, there is a secondary effect.
Fuck! Does it turn all my clothes into belts?
No, but that would be really funny.
What's it do?
Hold on, I changed and lost the page. Give me a second.
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
the list
How
of-
about you?
I'm
Hit me
adding
with
that to the list of silly magic items.
Pay no attention
When you
to every
return to this
DM
item,
here,
it turns
scribbling
everything to
real quick.
clothing.
Oh wait, don't tell me this is the gender bender belt.
No, that was a chance on the D3, but you didn't roll. Sorry, I'm just typing it up.
No, you're all good. I am simply anticipating.
This is the other effect you discover when you attune to it. So you are now a large creature.
As if affected by the. Does that mean I also get the bonus damage from that?
Yes.
Large. Okay. All
To
right.
melee attacks, if I recall. Like, it won't affect your cantrips and stuff.
Right. That would be weird. No, but wizard knife just got a little scarier.
A little bit, yes.
Wizard knife, now wizard short sword.
Is this effect like permanent or just as long as I'm attuned?
You don't know.
Okay. Belt of.
Of giant hill giant strength.
Strength.
Alright, ability score. Apply. Alright, let's see. Enlarge, reduce.
Yeah. So, as we go back, so as Duodecades is coming to grips with his larger size, Afflista Eric's sister Twidget. The time is now.
Finally, shit.
Well, the time is
Oh.
always now. I mean, now is now. Like now, right now is now. Now.
Well, normally now it's now a 1. In about half an hour it'll be now 30. But
Okay, so it's now. Not then, but now.
Well, now is then, if you pay attention.
no,
But then it's
now was now. No, now is now. Now was then, and now will be then again.
When will then be now?
Now.
Never.
No, now it's now.
Then is then.
Then is now though. What was then is now.
Wait,
All right,
And
so
what-
back to Duodecius.
so we missed.
Man,
Party
you guys spent that entire
evening
time
deciding what
rehearsing.
now is.
Worth it.
No. So what are you guys doing in town?
Well, it's early evening, so we're planning on going to the chapel. Shrine.
Okay. You guys are trying to be stealthy?
No. Oh wait,
yeah.
are we not doing the drop off, or do we think we need scouting, or we're just gonna go late into the evening?
Yeah.
Mister, just late into the evening. Okay, yeah, we'll wait till dark,
Okay.
after dark.
Well, now that we have skeletons to bring along, yeah.
All right. Well, an hour passes. Duodecius, you've taken a short rest.
Word.
And, yeah, night has now fallen.
All right.
All right. Well, let's head to the shrine.
All right. As you head to the shrine, you can see a small light in the house to the north of it, where you know Cornelius keeps his abode. The inside of the shrine is dark.
Wait, real quick. Have we
Mhm.
established where the acolytes bed?
No, you have not.
Okay.
Though you have seen them every morning come from like a house in the houses in the village.
Okay.
walk
but
to the shrine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's more than enough information to know.
You know they don't.
So-
You know that they don't sleep in the shrine.
That's what I was concerned of. All right. Well, we head to the trapdoor that Sister Beta knows about.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now that you know about it, you go to the first couple of rows of pews, and you can see that like underneath the second pew is this trapdoor.
I opened the trap door, and yes.
Okay. So you open it, revealing a 10-foot square shaft that looks to go down 20 feet to a floor. There are no ladders or stairs. It's just like masonry wall all the way down.
All right.
I wonder if this is where the ring comes into place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had an entire day of downtime. You could have just blind attuned to it.
I could have, yeah. I probably should have.
Did you want to? You could have.
Sure, yeah.
All right.
Blinded attuned to it. Cursed ring kills me. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't really clarify the party was doing anything, so yeah, you could easily have done that.
Yeah, Beta's going to
All right. So you attune to the ring. I'll send you an info packet on some of the stuff that only you would know. However, you do hear a voice in your head when you put it on and attune to it.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I'm George. You're not Cornelius. Who are you?
I am Sister Beta.
Sister Beta. A sister of what?
Your mom.
I'm just a non-denominational sister.
So you serve the gods.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So did Cornelius. So did Mitro.
Wait, Mitra was the god Mitra?
No. Mitro was a paladin of the gods.
Yeah, that's well
Oh,
known.
that's right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he died heroically. And, the caretaker of his tower kind of wore me in remembrance, yada, yada, yada. Eventually coming into Cornelius as he kept up on that. Poor man's losing his mind. I tried to keep him on the straight and narrow, but you know how it goes. Anyway, it's great to be on somebody who has their entire mind intact. It's wonderful, I tell you. Wonderful. Anyway, I suppose I should introduce myself. I am George, Prince of the High Peaks and Champion of the Faith. I was a good friend of Mitra. Well, when he was alive, anyway.
Mm-hmm. So, what exactly does I am not exactly sure how to process the fact that another mind is in my body.
I'm not in your body. I'm in the ring.
Yeah, you didn't make a save or anything, Veda. It's just blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Telepathically. Yeah. It's telepathically communicating with you because you're wearing it.
Oh.
Well, anyway, Twidget's gonna set up some.
Sorry, you don't get that last bit. Don't worry about it. I changed it, except for the title.
Ah. So, okay. Well, it fits Beta because, well, it's smarter than she is. But...
Mm-hmm. The important bit is that second paragraph of while attuned.
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you say that, your friend has been trapped in the dungeon and you need to rescue him, he's like, all right, a heroic rescue, let's go. I'm all for it. Think like your Saturday morning cartoon hero in the He-Man universe. That's his personality.
I love this guy.
And while you had some downtime, he started singing in your mind jaunty and inoffensive ditties. All right. Well, unless you got any questions, mister, then you guys are at that trapdoor. You can see that there's a floor 20 feet down below you. The shaft goes down about 10 feet, and then there's a break in the wall, and then a 10-foot drop through air.
I said I wanted to set up repelling lines.
I didn't hear that. Sorry.
I didn't hear it either.
Can we Elden Ring it, jump down a little bit and then jump down a little bit more and then jump down a little bit more?
Nope, vertical shaft, nothing to jump onto.
We can tie a rope and drop it.
Yeah, that's what Twitch just said he was doing. He was setting up lines.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So the question is, what do you tie the lines to? The pews, the pillars, the statue?
Pillars?
Okay. You got options. That's why I'm asking.
Well, I go with the easiest and smartest one.
What? No,
well, the easiest one is the pews, because they're literally right there. The pillars are off to the side of the room. You'll need more rope for that.
And that's why I said and smartest.
Right.
You have an int of 16, which is intelligent.
I know. I'm just having some fun. So, yeah, so it's an extra 15 feet of rope to get to the pillar and tie off to it. And you can throw down a line.
I would set up 2 just so we have a backup.
Okay.
And then, multiple people can ascend and descend.
All right, and you guys are climbing down?
Yep.
All right, you climb down. And enter a 30-foot square chamber with finished walls and a flagstone floor. The chamber is awash with soft illumination and the tinge of burning incense. But the sources of both are indeterminate. To the south is a set of sealed stone double doors. To the west is an open archway. A male human, adorned in archaic gold plate armor, kneels before the archway, his eyes closed in meditation. As he takes a deep, cleansing breath, you hear mechanical clicks and a distinct whirring sound. A silver-bladed longsword with a golden inlay rests across the man's knees, and a shield bearing a lion's visage lies to his left.
Hey, Sister Beta, maybe you should get some exposition.
Yeah, I asked George, what does he know?
Hang on.
Huh?
He said hang on, he's probably going to find it.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So what the ring tells you, what George tells you, Sister Beta, is he goes, Holomir is still here. He is, well, I suppose you could call it both blessed and cursed to guard the Tower of Mitra forever. Kind of a shit gig, if you get my meaning. But he's a real straight shooter. As long as you're honest with him, you shouldn't have any problems.
Oh, you guys are fucked.
I mean, not necessarily. Beta is pretty much honest.
Worry, I'm
Truthful.
rated. Where's my deception fire?
Alright, so what do you guys do? You're just standing there?
What y'all think?
Like, Mister, you're kind of lead in this entire thing, so
Well, I'm repeating what the ring says verbatim.
yeah,
So
you're still lead.
I mean, you're the honest one talking to the person who wants to talk to honest people.
all right. Well, yeah, I introduced myself then.
Say, is the current party's composition without Duodecius here? You are basically second in command without Pete playing,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
which is fucking 12.
That's true. All right.
Like I can't. I
well, hold
want
on,
to
hold-
trust me. I can run, but I can't, as my character, be in charge of the party. It doesn't make sense. Sorry, I would.
Come on, mister. Make your choices.
All right.
You're leading.
All right. What are my choices? What am I doing?
Well, it's more like, so right now you guys have entered this room from the ceiling. The ring told you what you see. There's a set of doors to the south and an open archway to the west. The archway has this knight in front of it that appears to be kneeling and meditating.
And he said that. Is that the one he told me that being honest helps?
Yeah,
Okay.
the knight,
now-
he said, was named Holomir.
Okay, yes. And Beta will walk up and say, "Greetings, Sir Knight. I am Sister Beta. Could you be of assistance?"
His eyes open. He looks at you. He's a thick mane of golden hair and a bushy handlebar mustache. His skin is pale, though his cheeks are still ruddy. and his nose appears to have been broken several times over the years. And as he kind of looks you up and down, he says, "Ah!" She stands up. "Greetings, adventurers! What brings such valiant heroes as yourselves to this den of stinking evil?"
We have lost a companion of ours.
"Well, he has not passed this way."
Oh, and what is past that way?
"The Tower of Mitra.
Oh, that is.
And I have been issued by holy writ to guard its entrance.
From whom?
From those who would seek whom I can. It's against the followers of Set, an enemy of Mitra most foul. So who be you to Set, friend or foe?"
Oh, I am Sister Beta. I am friend to Mitra's followers.
"Ah, friend of Mitra. And then, pray tell, given Mitra's heroic nature, tell me, what heroic deeds have you done?"
Oh, all right. Sister Beta begins to regale him of the story of changing an entire continent when she teamed up with a Septimus and fought an ancient evil.
"A tale grand and as old as time, facing ancient evils. And this Septimus, he is missing?"
Not the same one, but a member of the same family, yes.
I see. Well then, adventurer, I do not know where he is. He has not passed by me, nor has anyone in quite some time. However, if you wish to enter and look around, just don't break anything.
I would never. Oh, she actually might.
I know how adventurers are. I used to be one. It's nothing personal.
You took an arrow in the knee?
Well, I found religion and devoted myself to the gods, and thereby protecting one of their most holy figures in Mitra.
Oh, okay. All right, so I guess we'll go into the Shrine of Mishra just for. I mean, do y'all want to go in? The rest of the party? Beta would actually enjoy it.
Well,
She's got to find the Septimus first.
Well, for you, this can be a religious experience, but we also do have to talk to Odysseus and
ask
Already
him
here.
about the other tower. There's a marble and obsidian tower, or like
Yeah.
there's two towers in this. Like there's the shrine that we're in,
happens if I
right? And
go-
then there's
yeah.
another tower, correct? Under?
Yeah, what happens if I go the other way? What is the other direction?
When you ask about an obsidian tower, he gets a kind of a scowl on his face. That is the foul domain of Set. You should not enter it except under the greatest of needs, for it is tainted and evil.
Does this place connect to that place?
No, Mitra's tower is pure and undefiled.
How do you get to Set's tower from here?
He shrugs. I don't know. I've never been there.
However, so if there was people being kidnapped and doing things evil, it would probably be at Set's tower.
Most definitely. Evil acts always take place within Evil's tower.
No. You have been very helpful. Thank you.
Of course.
I think we're going to go the other way. Not the door to the tower, but the other door.
The double doors to the south that don't
Yeah,
lead into this
yeah.
archway?
Yeah, I think because we're going to try to find a way to that tower, ebony that ebony tower or whatever color it is.
Well, then I wish you the best of luck. Know that I will keep Mitcher's Tower safe for you should you need a safe place to rest and recuperate. And then you can take the fight to evil once again.
Very well. Let's go.
Alright, so you go over to these stone doors. And you push them open, revealing a dark, tomb-like cavern. You can see the natural stone cavern winds away to the southwest.
Do I see anything suspicious? 120 feet of dark vision?
You can only actually see about 10, 20, 30 feet before it just physically is winding, so you can't. There's a wall in the way.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Oh, then I start moving down ahead of the party.
All right.
Always keeping them if it's curvy and turny, always keeping them in my rear view so I can always see them.
The party, you mean?
Yes, never breaking line of sight with the
Gotcha.
party.
All right. Well, you walk around that first bend, and right there, right around that first bend, are a couple of these guys. Though they don't currently have anything to eat. And you guys should roll initiative.
Oh god.
My skeletons go on my initiative.
Yes.
Good old Minecraft zombies versus skeletons.
All right. Well, Flisto, what do you do?
Oh,
You cannot currently see them.
I'll head on up my normal speed of 30 to try and find them.
Swag, are you here?
Okay. You run up to the point where.
I'm in.
Oh, you might want to roll initiative then. You run
Oh,
up to the
shit.
turn where Twidget is, and yeah, there's a couple of ghouls just right there in front of Twidget.
How far away are they?
They would be 10 feet from you at this point.
Ah, alright. If there's only 2 of them, I'll cast Rave Enfeeblement on the one on the left.
Okay. Is that a saving throw?
Spell attack.
All right, roll to hit them.
10.
You missed.
Unfortunate.
Anything else?
That's gonna be my turn.
All right, Beta.
Beta will blast it.
So you're going to move up to where Twidget is then, so you guys should see him. Beta? Mister? Can anyone hear me?
I can.
Thumbs are
I
good.
hear you.
Okay.
Mister.
Did we lose
It's
Mister?
gotta be connection. He was talking right.
I know.
Yeah. So that definitely gotta be connection.
Mister, if you're talking, we can't hear you. Or something happened right in real life, right then. Mister,
Sorry
you here?
about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. So you're running up to get behind Twidget then, so you can actually see these guys? Because there's a winding, slalom wall you have to get
Yes,
around. Okay.
yes. But I am gonna blast.
Okay, well, those both hit then.
$19 points force damage.
Okay, that ghoul looks to be near death. Anything else?
Negative.
All right, Twidget. These two guys are in melee with you, 5 feet away.
Melee, you say?
There's a blind
All
corner,
right.
and they were waiting for you.
Bonus action, gift of the dragon, fire damage on my short sword, and I start whacking.
Okay. You targeting the uninjured one or the near-death one?
Honestly, they go after me, so near death one.
Okay. Roll to hit. You hit him.
Allied melee.
Yes. Oh, wait, no. Melee with you, not with the enemy. You're the only one in melee with these guys.
Okie dokie. So 10 magical slashing, and one of that is fire damage.
It dies. Anything else?
Bonus action. Nope. That's it.
All right. Well, then the remaining guys are going to take a swipe at you with his claws. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
All right. Eric.
Remaining guy. How far?
Well, you'd have to move up to get next to Sister Beta, and that would put it 10 feet away from you. So 20 feet of movement to put it 10 feet away.
Okay. I do that. Let me think. Should I shoot or should I go in melee? I'll play it safe. I'll shoot from a distance.
Okay. Well, roll to hit. That hits.
Nice. I get sneak attack, right?
Yes, Twidget is in melee with it.
Epic. One sec. Okay.
All right, that bloodies it.
Good.
Anything else?
That's all. That's all.
All right, Aflista.
One left, so I'll cast Frostbite on it. That is a saving throw, con save.
Okay.
That fails, so it takes 7 cold damage, and it has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll.
Well, that is enough to kill it as it falls to the ground. Anything else in your turn?
No more ghouls.
Not that you can see.
Alright, I'll just have my skeletons catch up with me, and that'll be it.
All right, you guys pack into that corner. Beta?
We still in the niche?
Yes.
Why?
Reasons.
I am going to move forward and blast anything I see.
How far are you going to go forward?
Twidget is the scout, so I'm not going to get ahead of him.
Right, Twidget is like 5 feet in front of you.
Well, then I'm not going to move yet. I'm just going to
Okay.
blast something that pops out.
Sure. Twidget?
Alright, I start moving up 5 feet at a time until I see something.
All right, well, it's 30 feet to the next slalom corner.
Okay.
And when you get there, you can see 10 feet away.
Dash,
Oh, sorry.
5 feet of movement. With 25 feet, can I start to see or hear them?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't see them, but you can definitely hear them.
Okay. Well, then I'll take my short sword and kind of bang the pommel against the wall.
Okay.
And then hold my action to attack anything that comes into melee that's hostile.
All right. Yeah, as 3 more ghouls come around that corner, that will provoke your ready to action.
Yep.
That hits. All right, that bloodies it.
If I could get more than fucking 1 on my d8s, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's my ready action.
Yeah, and then the 3 of them are going to take swings at you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they hit. All right, Eric.
They're not used to targeting something so close to the ground.
Yeah,
How close?
they are 30 feet away.
Good enough. I shoot one.
All right, you shooting the bloodied one or one of the 2 uninjured ones?
I'll shoot the bloody one.
All right, roll to hit. That hits.
Nice. I should get sneak attack still, I think.
Yes. It dies.
Hey, at least hopefully
Good.
next turn I won't have to fucking move.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Flista.
I'll go as far as I need to get eyes on the next zombies.
Do you have dark vision?
60 feet.
Then you can see them from your initial position. They are 30 feet away from you.
Ah, wonderful.
I baited them.
I'll cast Frostbite on. Is there one in melee with Twidget?
There are 2 in melee with Twidget.
Wonderful. I'll cast Frostbite on the one on the left.
Okay.
It succeeds. Then the skeletons are going to volley fire on the one on the right.
All right, roll to hit.
Hopefully they won't that one. Their modifier.
2 hits.
Do you want them rolling separately or?
You can bulk roll.
No. Alright.
All right, that
60.
bloodies it.
That's it for me.
Okay, Beta. 30 feet away. 2 ghouls.
Blasting one.
Uninjured or bloodied?
The bloody one.
All right, rolled it. Two hits. It is near death. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Twidget.
All right. I calm my nerves, steady my aim, and attack the uninjured one.
All right, roll to hit. You strike it. Barely. It's a good thing you aimed.
Right. All right. 18 magical pierce or slashing with 3 of that being fire, so 15 magical slashing, 3 fire.
Okay. It is now near death.
All right.
Anything else?
No, that's all I can do.
All right. Well, they're
All of my action economy
Yeah.
to get advantage.
they try to claw at you.
Yep. No.
All right.
They have not touched me.
Yeah. That's it for them. Eric.
Go for the one that I shot.
Uh,
My stab.
Okay. How far is that one?
30 feet.
30 feet. I aim with my bonus action because I forgot I could do that, and then I shoot.
Roll to hit. That hits.
Nice.
And it dies.
That one got a
Nice.
new hole in its head.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Flista.
One left.
One left, near death.
Frostbite on it again.
All right.
That fails. 8 cold damage.
It dies. You guys are now out of initiative.
All right. Start heading down if anybody. I mean, can you raise ghouls or not really worth dragging them along?
Uh,
Let's get dying.
medium or small humanoid within range.
They classify as humanoid?
I'm gonna go with yes. They were originally humanoids, and then they were undead.
Okay.
Anime dead will just bring them back as skeletons or zombies, though.
Yeah, you need to like a higher level spell like create undead to get better things like ghouls and wraiths.
Yeah.
Well, you can still have your skeletons just drag them along, like way in the back. That way, as your numbers get diminished, you can replenish them right away.
We need to make a corpse cart.
I don't have the supplies on me.
That's
Bring
something
out your
that I would have.
I do have a bell if
Move
you
Move
want.
on, please.
Starting to head down the solemns.
All right. The corridor winds about, doubling back, eventually reaching a natural cavern, roughly 30 feet in diameter. The stench of animal waste and death fills the air. Prominently displayed along the back wall is a 6-foot-tall silver statue depicting a proud champion in plate mail, a longsword raised triumphantly on high. In its other hand, it holds out a scroll tube. In the back of the cavern, 4 battered chests spill their contents across the floor.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Detect Magic. We are in a bit of a hurry, so I'll hot cast it.
Okay. Let's see here.
I mean, I'm gonna do a insight check for Twidget to see if this feels like a trap.
Sure. Yeah, you don't know.
Totally fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine. So you hot cast Detect Magic. That statue has Abjuration Magic on it. The scroll tube has from inside of it Illusion Magic. And a panel on the wall behind the statue glows also with Illusion Magic.
All right. Duration could be a lot. And I believe Duodecius had pearl for identify on. I Twitch, you're good at checking for traps, right?
Yeah. Point out traps for him.
You give that statue a look and scroll, and behind the statue once over, those are all some kind of magic.
All right. Under, do you want them separate or?
No, just a single investigation check is fine.
Oh,
Alright.
you already got it.
Oh, if you're gonna help.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
24.
Okay. So as you start looking about, you don't find any traps connected to the statue or the scroll tube. The patch of wall he indicated looks to just be a normal patch of wall. It isn't until you touch it that you feel like wood paneling and you realize that it's an illusion over a wood. For that section.
Okay. Does it feel like
Like a door.
barricaded? Oh, it feels like that's what I was gonna say. Does it feel like a door or a barricade?
A door.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of reach up to where handle height would be and go across it.
Yeah, you don't find any handles.
Okay. Well, I try pushing or pulling on the wood to see if it moves.
Yeah, you give it a push. The illusion breaks and reveals a door swinging open. A 20-foot wide cavern, apparent on the other side, where you could go left or right.
Okay. Well, got that solved. Let's deal with the statue then.
Okay.
I don't have the materials for identify, so I assume the abjuration is to protect the statue itself or to protect the it's holding.
You don't? Do you have identify? You just don't have the
It-
pearl.
Duodecius has the pearl.
Twitch just
Or he's-
hands you another pearl. I didn't know you didn't have a pearl. Like he
Alright.
digs through a marble bag and pulls a pearl out for you.
Alright,
It's very odd why a pearl would be in there.
I will hot cast identify on the statue.
The statue is affected by protection from evil and good.
Oh, alright. Not what I was expecting, but better than I was expecting. I'll go ahead and take the scroll tube.
Okay. The scroll tube, while there is like a unscrewable cap on it, it appears to be like the metal fingers of the statue are gripping it as if it was integral to the statue. Like you'd have to open it in situ.
Alright, I'll do that then.
Okay.
See what this illusion.
Yeah, so you open it. Inside, you can see a piece of parchment that, in and of itself, is not glowing with magic under detect magic, though there is auras of illusion magic inside the scroll tube.
Interesting. Does a scroll read as anything?
Do you pull it out to read it? Because right now you can't read it. It's all wrapped up and inside the tube still. All you've done is open the side. Like the top. You've opened, like you unscrewed the top to look inside.
Yeah, I'll take the scroll out.
Okay. Here's what's on the scroll.
Looks like a.
That's someone's map.
Yeah.
Did we take 2 lefts to get here? How did we?
We went down a weavy natural tunnel.
So that doesn't start here, but as we go downstairs, it's.
We
Oh,
can
that'd be
hang
cool.
on to it and find out.
Yeah, hang on to it. It might
Yeah.
reveal itself later if we find a like the cells room or that long skinny room with 3 corridors going out of it would be an obvious one as well.
Yeah. All right. I'll actually this might be something
What about
vaguely.
the illusion magic? Poke your finger in there.
I'll put my finger in, see if the magic does anything.
Yeah, you poke your finger in there. It's a scroll tube, so it's like, 8.5 inches long, so you don't really go that far. You don't think you could reach it with your finger.
You want me to try with thieves' tools? See if I can fish whatever it is out.
And I've got a set. Don't ask why.
Twidget kind
yeah,
of says, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, I'll see if I can reach it with thieves' tools.
Okay. Yeah, so you start poking your thieves' tools in there, and you can see that the tube looks empty. But as you kind of poke in there with your thieves' tools, especially at the aura of illusion magic, you hear and can feel like a clinking, like you're pushing on some like glass or something inside of there.
Yo, Twitchet, you're probably better with this than I am. Seems like there's some kind of glass. Do you need a light to look down there?
No, I've got dark vision.
And there's some things that you see in light that you don't in dark vision,
Okay.
like color, texture.
Yeah, so you gonna like cantrip the thieves' tools then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll either Flisto will hold me up or sit on his shoulders or something and kind of start working on the tube with thieves' tools and some string,
Mm-hmm.
melting candle wax to stick to stuff, working whatever's in there out.
Sure. Yeah, and it's a bit tricky because you're working with it blind, but eventually you are able to kind of get something into your palm. Well, some things. It's multiple objects. And so, you can see that Twidget now has in his hand 5 distinct auras of illusion magic. Twidget, you can feel the weight and like the texture of smooth faceted objects in your hand. And there's weight to them, but you can't see them.
All right. Well, my experience with gems and the like, do they feel like gemstones?
Or glass cut to look like gemstones and then somehow made invisible.
Okay. Well, I'll take out an extra coin pouch that I have. It's my last one though. And put them inside of it, and then hand it to a Flisto so that they're contained and not, bouncing around or anything. And then a Flisto can identify them.
This will take a while. Let's get to Duodecius first.
Yep. Yeah. Well, either way, you have the 5 invisible, gemstone-like objects in a coin pouch.
Yeah.
In your inventory.
Mark is a reference for that of Flisto 1-3. So that when I ask where it's from, you can just tell me that. And I'll be able to find it a lot easier.
Invisible gemstones 1-3.
Yep.
Alright. Alright. Onward we go.
I poke my head into the hallway that goes left and right.
Alright, you poke your hallway into the hallway that goes left and right. You can see just to the right a small little shaft heading to the south. You can see to the east that the 20-foot cavern begins to kind of curve northwardly. And if you follow that curve, it also continues to the west. However, you can also go due west tangentially, where it looks like after about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, about 70 feet, the natural cavern begins to give way to flagstone and masonry. And you can see what looks to be a hallway there.
Okay.
And I think that is where we'll call it this evening.
So real quick, just for my my quick rough map that I'm drawing up.
Sure.
The ivory tower we went down in is in relation to that. Which direction is the obsidian tower?
South.
South. Okay, so we are headed because we went southwest down that windy tunnel.